Okay. I want you all to take that and feel your problem and get to the bottom line of why. And if it's because your biological father's a bastard, that's a line that you want to go to. I want you to all feel that. And if yours is different, hey, that's great. That's wonderful. I'm going to tell you mine. I'm going to share mine. Like I said, I was a happy-go-lucky person. You can tell I'm pretty happy-go-lucky. Ha ha, Bobby, ha ha. I had no cares in the world. My parents were always there for me. I knew that I could be a homeless person. I'd always have a house to live in. I never had a job longer than 6 months. Never had a girlfriend longer than 6 months. And then I met my soulmate. Okay, I cry at sad commercials. So I might break up. I'm just telling you ahead of time, so that might keep me from breaking up a little bit. We were in love and knew we were going to be in love forever. Forever. But Bobby is one selfish bastard. He had no cares in the world before he got married. Was the flightiest dude you'd ever want to meet. If I didn't like something, I was gone. Out of there. Gone. I didn't deal with anything that made me uncomfortable. Ever. I was gone. But when you're married and you made a commitment, I'm also fairly stubborn. But I realized what my bottom line was. My big problem in life was my wife. She's why my life sucked. And one day, I told her, I said, Momo, I've been miserable ever since we got married. I hate my life. This is the person that loved me more than anything else in the world. And I crushed her. I crushed her. She felt like she could never trust anybody again. And I steadfast. It was her fault. She wasn't praising me enough. She wasn't my biggest fan. She was never there when I needed her. She just yelled at me. She just complained. She wanted more and more and more. It was all her fault that my life sucked. And my life sucked. It was horrible. I dealt with panic attacks. I remember being in college, and I'm sitting in college, and we're in front of, 100 and something people in our class. And I have a chest pain, and I get up, and the instructor's in the front, and all these people, and I go, I think I'm dying. I'm having a panic attack. Or no, I didn't say a panic attack. I'm having a heart attack is what I thought. Got up, and everybody, the whole room went crazy, and they didn't call an ambulance, so there was a nurse there, and they pumped my arm and said, oh, your blood pressure's a little high, and oh my gosh, and my beautiful wife came and got me and took me to the emergency room. But it was her fault, because I was so stressed out. I was so stressed out and so depressed and pathetic and whiny. Hey, you guys feel sorry for me yet? Come on, I'm giving you some good stuff here. It was all her fault. I knew it was her fault. I'd be so much happier if I'd leave my wife, if I'd leave my family, 3 kids. I bet I'd be happier if I just had to deal with me again. I remember how happy I was when I just dealt with Bobby. Much better. And a little later, I told my wife, I said, I'm supposed to get a divorce. We're getting a divorce because you're my whole problem. And I'm just going to run off to California and become a pornography director or some crazy crap like that. Yeah, that'll make me happy. Oh. Or a car dealer in Vegas. I don't know. I was going to be free as a bird, right? I already tried being a rock star. That didn't work. I was too old for that now. Well, Mick Jagger still does it. But anyway. And I was there, man. I had it all figured out. I was like, okay, I'm making plans in my head every day, and I've got it all figured out. And my wife knew she could no longer trust me. I was not the love of her life, the man that would always be there for her. And then I saw the future. I looked at my future, and I saw it clear as day. I leave, and yeah, I'm going to have some fun. And then years go past. I have a lot of fun, and years go past. And then I see an old Bobby, alone and pathetic and nothing and worthless and nobody there to love me. In an instant, my world changed. In an instant, I crashed and felt completely and utterly ashamed and pathetic for who I was. And I knew I would do anything to beg her to trust me again. Trust me. I told my wife, I said, I will never, ever, ever use the word divorce again. And I will never threaten to leave. I will never, ever blame you for my life ever again. Guess what? My world changed. My pathetic life, my sad life, my hated life bloomed and opened. It took several years for my wife to get close to me, to trust me again. And I knew that. And I wouldn't have blamed her if she never trusted me. If she never forgave me, I would not blame her one bit. But she did. And I will say the last 10, 12 years of our lives have been amazing. I've learned a few things along the way. But there's one magic piece. One magic thing that will explode your business, will explode your life, will explode your personal life. The time that I took that on, that's when I got laid off. But I became accountable. Bobby became accountable for Bobby. Nobody else. My boss, the people that laid me off, the people I worked for, the people that work for me, nobody is to blame for my life. Nobody. There are no excuses for what I do now except Bobby. I'm going to tell you the magic tool to a successful life, and I did. I tripled my business when I quit whining and complaining about how sucky things were for me. And it was awesome. Wow. The world opened up and said, oh, Bobby's accountable now. Give him a bunch of cool stuff. Take it on. And I said, yeah, this is awesome. Give all that you can to me. I wrote a book, 8 Wisdoms. Is it awesome? I've got a fan. There's a few folks. So out of accountability, so the end of the 8 wisdoms don't work without that piece. Without accountability, they fall apart. They disintegrate. The 8 wisdoms it was at least 10 years of my life, learning, growing. I went to everything I could possibly learn. I went to every kind of weird class. I beat on chairs. I did everything you possibly could to kind of figure out who I was and what I was. And the end result was always, Bobby, be accountable. Take on your life and quit blaming anybody and everybody else. Because it's up to me, and I cannot be stopped. I wrote a book, and I can spell cat and thee. It's almost 80,000 words, too, so it's a real book, just so you know. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are awesome. Thank you. It's my heart. When you read that book, it is my life. It's a fairy tale kind of through a boy's eyes, but it is Bobby's life. And the end result, when he finds out, because the boy wants to know why life sucks, why life is so horrible. And after a 10-year trek to find out why life sucks so bad, he found what? He found 8 wisdoms, but he found out that life doesn't suck. Life is what you make it. And when you take on accountability, life can be powerful, powerful beyond measure.